Fly Program is a not-for-profit organisation as a means to connect with Australian men who have suffered from mental illnesses, and as a suicide prevention program. The way in which we do that is getting guys with a fishing rod in their hand, whether it be a fly rod or conventional methods of fishing, getting them into nature and creating environments where guys can have conversations of meaning and of substance without the barriers of a lot of the things that we get day in, day out in our everyday lives.
I think this is a really, really valuable thing for Australian males. We're not very good at talking to each other about anything beyond a very superficial and trivial level. We tend to keep the important issues buried inside, and I think that's one of the reasons that there is such a mental health issue with men in Australia, because we bottle it up, and also because we self-medicate. Speaking about bottles, we tend to turn to the grog or whatever to take care of these things, where women will network with each other and they'll talk with each other and they'll really discuss important stuff, and men are just not so good at it. But the one place we are good at it is out on the water, sitting around a campfire after a day's fishing, or meeting up at the bottom of a pool or the far side of a bay that we've just walked around. Those are the times, I think, when our guard is down a little bit, when we're likely to be a little bit more honest with each other. And this Fly program of Matt's is going to take men and put them in those sort of positions.
I think fishing for mental therapy is really important. It's sort of like golf. It's that sort of thing, you get away from it all, and all of us are so busy with websites and social media and emails and phone calls, and I know myself, I'm 12, 13 hours a day, that's all I do. And that mental breakdown, just get away to the mountains, camp, no phone, no reception, no technology, just relax.
It just gets you out there and it gets you active. That's the sort of, that's the main thing as well. And I mean, funnily enough, fly casting, even though fly fishing is obviously a bit of arcane, it's kind of a bit difficult, but it's also, it's so physical and so graceful that when it's right, even if you don't catch a fish, when you manage to keep that line up in the air and then you lay it out, you feel so good. So it's beautiful, and I'm one of the things I now from that period with Steve is that I just love fly fishing rivers. Not crazy about lakes, but fly fishing rivers, and I really do think it does really, really help.
3 years ago, I lost my brother-in-law to suicide. Somebody who was not too much older than myself, and it really became the catalyst to do something and make a change in our community. And as somebody who teaches people how to cast a fly line and catch wild trout on the Thredbo River in the New South Wales Snowy Mountains, it's been a place where I've been able to see time and time again where guys can just breathe in and breathe out. And why not put together an organisation that can help Australian men by getting them into the outdoors with something as simple and as humble as fishing, and have conversations of substance and meaning.
People have said to me in the past, what have you got to be depressed about, Bergie? I mean, you've got the best job in the world, you go fishing. But it's true, I actually suffered from depression a few years back, and for no reason whatsoever, but it's intoxicating. It brings you down and you don't know why. And for me, luckily enough, I pulled through with the support of my family. But for a lot of guys, they don't. And that's why this program is so important. So wherever we can, via TV shows or social media, we want to bring as much awareness to the Fly program as possible. And wherever we can help, we will certainly do that.
As a company, we really need to start promoting social issues throughout the country, and men's health is obviously a very important part for our market. Our majority of our market is male orientated, so getting involved in a program that helps men with mental illness is hugely important to us.